It's recording. All right. So, welcome to our essential oils lifestyle call or class here. We are going to, over the course of the next 45 minutes, go through some information about essential oils, what they are, where they come from, and how we use them in our everyday lives. So, a little bit about us. I'm Dr. Greg Dykes. I am from Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Went to Tuscaloosa Christian High School. It's where Paige and I actually met, was in high school. So we're high school sweethearts. Just realized that we are approaching or just had our 20-year anniversary for our first date, so somewhere around the end of April 1st, end of March, 1st of April, March.
Spring break.
20 years for us, right? Spring break of 1999. So I am a chiropractor. I went to the University of Alabama where I did my undergrad in business administration, and then went to Life University where I got my doctorate of chiropractic. Paige, I'll let you tell a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, I have also went to Tuscaloosa Christian School, like you said, and then I went to Alabama. I have my master's in nutrition, my bachelor's in nutrition as well. I'm a registered licensed dietitian, and I have fallen in love with Young Living that we're going to talk about. But I also love helping teach people how to live a healthy lifestyle with nutrition and all things.
Yeah, we really natural. Consider ourselves like natural health coaches, right? Yeah. Our mission is to educate people on what it means to get healthy and stay healthy, and to raise healthy families, and to equip them with the tools necessary to do so. That's what tonight is all about, is to show you how we use these tools called essential oils to help promote our health on a daily basis, and then empower you to go out and live the healthiest life possible, right? So this is our family. This is our why. This is our mission. Our purpose is these two little ones right here. Lexi is our stubborn, hard-headed,
just gonna do something big one day.
She is going to be a world changer.
She doesn't take no for an answer very lightly.
No, but she is our 7-year-old pride and joy. And Kepler, the smile there just tells it all. He is a loving, passionate little man. He is full of energy. He's just a little ball of energy. He is all boy, but he loves his mama. He loves his sister, and he loves
his daddy too.
He does love daddy.
Daddy can fix all things.
But he will be 4 next week, which is hard to believe. But we now have a 7-year-old and a 4-year-old, and this picture here was taken in Gulf Shores, and they ask us every day, when are we going back to the beach?
Mm-hmm. And this was last year.
Yeah. So a little disclaimer before we get started here, and that is the information shared here is intended for educational purposes only. It has not been evaluated by the FDA and is not intended to diagnose, prescribe, or treat any disease, illness, or condition. Information presented here should not be used as a substitute for speaking or for seeking professional care or advice. Suggestions made are specific to Young Living essential oils and should not be used with any other brand of essential oils. This is very important because we can only, not that we can only, but our experience is only with Young Living essential oils. And so we are only speaking about Young Living during this presentation tonight. So what is an essential oil?
An essential oil, and as you look at the slide, it's natural aromatic compounds that are found in plants. So basically plants. But it's a volatile substance derived from a plant that contains the smell and characteristics of that plant. Each essential oil can contain hundreds of different chemical compounds. They are distilled from botanicals such as flowers, stems, shrubs, trees, bushes, roots, and seeds. Essential oils are highly concentrated, more powerful than dried herbs. They have the ability to cross the blood-brain barrier and can affect every cell in the body within 20 minutes. In humans, they provide support for every system of the body: skeletal, muscular, nervous system, endocrine system, circulatory system, respiratory, digestive, immune system, which has been a super important system that has needed support over the last several months. And now, as the seasons start to change.
I was about to say, if you can't tell by my voice, the season change, and as we here in Alabama call it, the, what was it you said, Alabama glitter? Is that what?
Alabama glitter, yeah.
Alabama glitter, because everything is yellow right now.
But essential oils are steam distilled or cold pressed. Just depends on the oil. Most of the citrus oils are cold pressed and others are steam distilled. They are powerful, safe benefits without the side effects. They definitely contain healing properties of the plants from which they are harvested. And as I said, they can affect every cell within the body in 20 minutes. I want you to really think about that as we continue to talk, because there's some other things that can also affect every cell in your body within that amount of time.
Just like the slide here says, essential oils are 100 to 10,000 times more concentrated than the herbal form of the plant. So just 1 to 2 drops is what we would call a dose, right? And that are very strong, very powerful. So that being said, one of the biggest questions that we always get when we talk about essential oils is, are essential oils safe? And the simple answer is yes, they are. A properly distilled essential oil is very safe. And I have to say it again, properly distilled essential oil. Right?
All oils are not distilled the same.
Correct. They're not all oils are equal, right? So there are a couple of things that we do recommend, precautions, if you will, that we recommend when using essential oils. That is, one, dilute with a carrier oil, especially in the beginning. If you're just getting started with essential oils, you can have a detoxification reaction to that essential oil, which may cause a little bit of irritation on the skin if you're using them topically. So make sure to dilute heavily. You always want to use a carrier oil like a coconut oil, an olive oil, an avocado oil. Don't use water. Never use water, because again, oils and water don't mix, right? So use an oil to increase the surface area and slow down the absorption of the essential oil. And just, I think, common sense, but don't apply essential oils to sensitive areas, inside orifices like ears, nose, to genitals or underarms or any other area that the skin is very sensitive, right? So one of the most important things that we want to say, did you want to say one more thing about?
The potency of some oils can cause irritation, which we talked about. By far the most common side effect that you may see is the skin irritation. And this is just why, as he said, just make sure to dilute. Also, I want to say as we're coming into spring, summer, there are certain essential oils that are photosensitive, meaning you would not want to wear them and go straight out in the sun. So like a lot of your citrus oils, lemon, citrus fresh, when we talk about it. And we don't mean don't put it on, but if you put it on your chest and you go lay out in the sun at the beach, it's going to make your skin a little more sensitive. So just be aware of that.
So how long should they wait? Like 15 minutes, 20 minutes?
Yes, and really even longer than that if you're putting it in a exposed area. Like if you're at the beach, per se. If you're just outside working in the yard, I wouldn't say that's, overexposure. But, if you're at the beach and you just put on a lot of lemon or citrus fresh on your chest or your arms, then, yeah, I would be caution with that.
Good point. So how do you know that you're getting a quality essential oil?
Sourcing, science, and standards. And that all equals the seed to seal guarantee that Young Living has, that you can stand behind and know that you're getting a quality product that you can trust, from literally seed to seal and the bottle that you get in your hands.
Yeah, so Young Living, they test everything from the seed that's being planted in the ground, uh, even the soil that is
The
being
soil is
planted
tested
in.
before the seed is put in to
Right.
make sure that the soil has no pesticides, contaminants, things that would not be good for that seed or good for that plant, or that could be harmful to our bodies. And that's what really sets Young Living apart, is testing the soil before the seed is planted. Because I mean, we could grow any plant, out just like on the side of the road, but what's in that soil, what is that plant absorbing, and then what oil would you get from that, and what would the properties be?
So everything from the seed that's planted to the cultivation process, Young Living uses very few machineries. Most of their cultivation is done by hand.
Hand weeding. Let's just say that. So think about these acres upon acres of lavender fields being hand weeded. It blows my mind.
Yeah. Even to, like we mentioned earlier, the distillation process and making sure that it is a properly distilled essential oil.
There are some companies that will say they've done a complete distill, which means they've distilled 3, 4, 5 times. Young Living only distills once, which keeps all the beneficial properties of the oil. And the more times you distill an oil, the more chance of the allergenic proteins getting across that barrier of distillation. So we always get the question of, well, I'm allergic to, say, pine trees, or I'm allergic to lavender. Well, when it's a properly distilled oil from Young Living, that allergenic protein that's in that plant cannot cross that barrier during distillation if it's properly distilled. So being distilled only once, they can assure that that has not crossed. But when it's distilled multiple times, it breaks down the oil, and so those allergenic proteins can then
they get smaller
cross.
and smaller.
They get smaller and can cross. So across the board, please note, again, we're only talking about Young Living, and if you do have an allergy to a certain plant, know that all oils are not created equal. So.
And then, once the oil is distilled, it comes down to science, right? And are we testing the oils to make sure that they are what we say they are, right? Mm-hmm. And Young Living not only does in-house testing to ensure the purity and potency of their essential oils, but the oils are also tested by a third party, an independent third party that verifies that what we say we are distributing is what we are actually distributing. So a very rigorous process from the time that the seed is planted to the seal is placed on the bottle and it is shipped out to you, the consumer, for end use. Mm-hmm. So yes, with Young Living, you are getting a high quality essential oil. So why do we need, or why would we use essential oils?
So did you know the average person applies over 300 chemicals to their body every single day? 80 of those before breakfast. Women especially. Think of how many products you use before you leave the house. Most are from 4 things: soap, makeup, shampoo, and skincare. Some of the biggest pollutants in our homes are fabric softeners and dryer sheets, air fresheners, plug-ins, and candles. All those synthetic fragrances that can literally be millions of different things that they never have to tell you what it is. We are literally poisoning our families every day with the stuff we can't pronounce in our homes, stuff like the bright blue dish soap, the cleaners we use on our kitchen counters, processed foods that you may eat, and more. Health and safety data only exists for 15% of the chemicals out there, even though so many are known to cause asthma or are known endocrine disruptors or even known carcinogens.
Yeah, so if we just look at the slide here, the 3 big areas of our home mm-hmm. that we really need to clean up, we need to ditch the toxins in, is number 1, our kitchen, right? The foods that we're eating, things that we're putting in our mouths, but also the things that we're eating with and off of, and the types of cleaners we're using to clean those with, into our bathroom, where we have a lot of personal hygiene and personal care products like toothpaste and deodorants and makeups for women, to what are you cleaning your home with?
So cleaners, there's usually a cleaner for every surface in most people's homes, and there's always a warning label on most cleaners. Are you really comfortable having warning label type cleaners in your home, especially having kids? I mean, they put the warning label on there because they have to, if it has something that can cause death in it, and that's just what it is. So if you have something like that in your home, and especially small children or even to yourself, like why use that? Why do damage to your health just for trying to keep your house clean?
Yeah. So Paige and I have been teaching and educating for years on the harmful effects of household cleaners. And long before we ever were introduced to Young Living, we would tell people, hey, look, you need to get rid of the bleach and the Clorox and these household cleaners that are literally destroying your thyroid and your immune system and robbing you of your health. But we didn't really have anything that we could say, hey, replace those with this. And if there was one product from Young Living that we feel like every house should replace and have in their home, that is the Thieves Household Cleaner.
And we'll be talking more about that as we go, but just keep in mind that Thieves Cleaner can literally help you ditch all of these in the bathroom, and especially cleaners out of your home.
Yep. So how do we use essential oils?
Aromatically, topically, and internally. And then, of course, diffusing would be in the aromatically category. So aromatically, you can huff it, smell it right out of the bottle, put a drop in your hands, put your hands over your nose, take a deep breath in. I love that way. And of course, diffusing is an amazing way to get benefit from the oils. And then topically, as we said, always with a carrier oil, especially the first times you're using, and that's just taking a drop or two, mixing it with your carrier, and then applying it to maybe a specific area if something is not feeling lovely, like on an elbow or on the shoulder or on those sinuses or your head,
or directly over the stomach, if
that's the area of concern. But topically is a great way to get benefits from the oils also. And then internally is the third way listed on here. And Young Living has the only generally regarded as safe stamp, the Gross stamp, to ingest the essential oils. So know that, again,
that is called their Vitality line, which we will talk about here in a little bit.
And it is non-GMO certified, so just an extra security there stamp that people like to see. I do want to let you know, Young Living Seed to Seal Guarantee is like your organic stamp. I get that question often. So their standards for Seed to Seal far exceed an organic procedures and standards.
Yeah. So the three ways we use essential oils are aromatically, topically, and internally, just to recap there. So I mentioned earlier there are other essential oil companies, and it is kind of a buzz word, not just word, but like a buzz product right now. It seems like everybody has an essential oil. More and more companies are putting essential oils out. You can find them now at Bed Bath & Beyond, at Walmart, Target. The local truck stop has essential oils. So why would you choose Young Living over, let's say, a cheap essential oil that you can pick up at your local grocery store?
well, one thing being seed to seal guarantee that we just spoke about, but Young Living is truly the world leader in essential oils. We believe that everyone deserves a life full of abundance and wellness. Young Living's vision is to bring the life-changing benefits of essential oils to every home in the world. Their story began almost 25 years ago, and happy birthday, Young Living. April is its 25th birthday anniversary month. And 25 years ago, they started with a simple home-built essential oil distillery. Today, their farms and communities span the globe and growing rapidly. Because of their proven commitment to provide nature's best, millions trust them to deliver superior essential oils.
Yeah. So, of all the essential oil companies that Paige and I looked into when we were getting started with essential oils and thinking about different companies and which company we would choose and which company we would pick and go with, it just kind of became apparent to us that Young Living was head and shoulders above any other essential oil company. They are the oldest essential oil company, kind of the pioneer, the grandfather of essential oils. They are, as far as I know, the only essential oil company to own their own farms or to partner co-op their own farms. So
overseeing the process of even those farms that they partner with.
Sourcing and knowing where your product is coming from is very important. And that's part of the seed to seal promise, which is really, it's more than just a slogan.
Their commitment to purity and stewardship is embodied in a unique proprietary process, which we have stated as seed to seal. No other company can match this. It's very strict quality standards, and it ensures authenticity literally in every bottle and every product that Young Living produces. So even outside of the essential oils, Young Living has hundreds of different products for a healthy lifestyle. So not only the essential oils, but every product that Young Living puts their name on is a trusted quality product that you know what is in that bottle or in that tube.
So very high standards with the seed to seal promise. So which essential oils should you use, or should I use? Because Young Living has about 100 individual essential oils in their product line and about 200 different blends of oils in their product line. So we've got about 300 essential oils, and then outside of that, about another 300 other products that are infused with essential oils. So how do we choose? How do we know which ones that we should use?
Use them all.
Yes, use them all. But the simplest way to get started is with what is called a premium starter kit from Young Living. And the premium starter kit comes with 12 of the most commonly used essential oils.
And Young Living knows them to, and all families know them to be very versatile. So that's why they're in the starter kit. And isn't it pretty? It's beautiful.
It also comes with a diffuser like you see here in the picture.
That's the Desert Mist.
The Desert Mist. There's some sample packets of the Ningxia Red that we'll talk about in a minute. And then a sample of the Thieves Hand Sanitizer. And I think that new kits now have a Thieves Spray.
They're just in the meantime trying to keep the Thieves packets from bursting at different temperatures and in travel. So Young Living stands by their quality even in packaging and how it gets to you. And so they will often make changes just to make it the best that it can be.
Right. Yep. So let's talk about these 12 oils that come in the premium starter kit. The first one we'll talk about is Citrus Fresh. It's a blend of orange, tangerine, grapefruit, lemon, mandarin, and spearmint.
Citrus Fresh is one of those I love to put in water, sparkling water. It just, gives your water that extra pep that it needs when you're tired of drinking just plain water. And it also, the citrus oils in that really help to pull that water into the cells in your body to just really improve your hydration. So going into the warmer months, know that you're doing your body a great service by putting the essential oils in your water because your cells are just going to be happier. Citrus Fresh is also very good to keep odors out of the air, put in your trash, your garbage disposal, shoes, just to freshen them up. You can put a few drops on a cotton ball, stick it in shoes, stick it in just, stinky, musty, smelly places.
So you'll notice that it says add 5 drops to your favorite dessert recipe. Citrus Fresh is one of the vitality oils that we talked about earlier, which is labeled for ingestion. If we go back to this picture here, all the oils with the white label on them on the top are labeled for ingestion.
And just know that those oils, you can also diffuse them and use them topically. It's just a labeling thing that Young Living followed for FDA guidelines to just label for ingestion, those that could be for ingesting, and we can't put 3 different uses on the same label. So the colored labels are labeled for topical and aromatic use, and then the white labels the vitality line for ingestion. But just know, even colored labels and white labels, it's the same oil. The oil is no different. It's just labeled different.
Yeah, and when we first got started with Young Living, there was no differentiation between oils that were safe for ingestion and those that weren't. And so this was a way for Young Living to kind of label certain oils as generally regarded as safe for ingestion, and that is the vitality line or the white label that you see on them.
Mm-hmm.
So the next thing that we'll talk about is the Thieves Vitality, which is a blend of cinnamon bark, clove, lemon, eucalyptus radiata, and rosemary. And this is probably the number one oil that we get asked about most
popular.
Yes, probably
most valuable player. It's perfect to cook with also. Again, this is Vitality line, putting in hot tea. And then, of course, ingesting it just for immune system support. You saw there's cinnamon bark, clove, lemon, eucalyptus, and rosemary. Those are all super beneficial players in the immune system. They are all very high antioxidant values. So, again, just boosting that immune system and giving the extra boost that you need during times of stress on your body, changing seasons.
Yep. Immune compromise, right? So if we have immune compromise.
And it smells like Christmas. So cinnamon bark and clove, think of those. It's just like Christmas in a bottle.
It is one of my favorite smelling essential oils. Yep. Raven is a very good essential oil, especially for like myself right now and this season. It is great at supporting the respiratory system and supporting healthy breathing. It is a blend of Ravenstara, lemon, wintergreen, peppermint, and eucalyptus radiata. It's again, we say this with pretty much every oil, but it's one of my favorites as far as helping just open up the nasal passages and
it's just like
the
a breath
system.
of fresh air. So even working out, just giving you that extra boost and stamina to go the extra mile, if you want to say. But runners love it, and literally just putting a drop in your hands and taking a deep breath when you just need to uplift and recharge. And diffusing it at night, especially during these times when you feel like you just can't, breathe through your nose well, it really helps to just freshen the air and help you breathe. So you got lungs, you need Raven.
Exactly. I couldn't say it better. Peppermint Vitality. Who doesn't love peppermint?
And if you think you've never would ingest an oil, guess what? Have you ever had a peppermint candy? Have you had a Andes mint? Have you had peppermint bark candy? at
Yeah, if you've
Christmas
ever had
time,
anything peppermint
like
flavored,
candy
you've
canes.
ingested peppermint oil.
That's all, yeah, peppermint essential oil. And so don't get into, can't just
And it is
essential oils.
it's really good in brownies. I mean, I've
Brownies,
never,
peppermint brownies are amazing. But literally, you can just put a drop on your tongue just to freshen breath, and
it helps aid
also,
in digestion. So adding a drop to a glass of water, if you have any digestive issues, especially if you eat certain foods and then afterwards you have issues with that, this is a great oil to put a drop in a glass of water and sip on before you go to bed at night, sip on throughout the day to help aid in that digestive process.
and these next three oils, this one and then the next two, peppermint, lavender, and lemon, and along with Raven, are like your perfect ammunition and tools to get through these changing seasons when everything is yellow.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So, like, this is your powerhouse, and they all come in this kit. So, you are way ahead of the game and just feeling better
Yeah,
until
this
all
time
of it's
of
gone.
this time of year, I order my own bottles of peppermint, lemon, and lavender. They're just for me. Nobody else gets to touch them.
But
or
we
use
do.
them.
We call it the seasonal trio for a reason, and
And it works.
It's amazing.
So lavender is the Swiss Army knife of essential oils.
So, when in doubt, after hearing all that we've talked about the oils, put lavender on it, and it's going to do its job.
Yeah.
Diffuse lavender to relax. We all know lavender as being relaxing and just, like spa-like, and it is just
It's a
that.
very calming oil.
Mm-hmm.
It's great for anything skin related. So any type of skin irritation, use lavender on it.
It's great at just calming things down. So if something is not calm anywhere on the body or not resting, then lavender is
Use
perfect.
lavender, right? And then lemon vitality is, again, we talked about citrus fresh in water, but lemon in water. I personally don't care for the spearmint that's in citrus fresh in my water, but I love a drop of lemon in my water.
Mm-hmm.
And one drop of lemon is all it takes in your water to give it that lemon flavoring. It's, what is it, 40
pounds of lemon rind.
rind.
Many people love to put lemon in their water. Just know that's good, but you're getting so much more benefit by just one drop of lemon oil. And these are cold pressed from the rind of the lemon. So it's not like lemon juice. So it's not acidic like that. It's actually more basic. And so people always ask me, it's not going to hurt the enamel on your teeth, and actually can help whiten your teeth because it's the oil and not.
Yeah, one of the best ways to jumpstart your metabolism and your digestive system is to start your day with a glass of lemon water and apple cider vinegar, right? So putting a little bit of apple cider vinegar in a glass of water with a drop or two of lemon and drinking that first thing in the morning.
It just gets everything
great
moving.
Way to get things moving and flowing and detoxifying. So
lemon is a very good cleanser. So again, that's why it's in that trio with the peppermint, lavender, and lemon. It cleanses things.
Right, a drop or two right over the liver to help, because the liver is the detoxifier or cleanser of our body, and it helps aid that liver in that detoxification process. So lemon vitality oil, we go through bottles and bottles of this, right? Panaway, this is probably the number one.
He's going to say it's his favorite again.
No, I was going to say it is one of my favorites, but it's the number one essential oil that we use here in my chiropractic office. Is Panaway. Patients literally cannot believe how fast it works. I had a patient has some knee issue, chronic knee issues. I applied a little bit of Panaway to their knee, and before they could get up off the table and walk to the front of the office, they stopped about halfway to the front desk and were like, "No way that worked this quickly." But it does. It works. It is a blend of wintergreen, helichrysum, clove and peppermint. It is great for any type of sore muscles, achy joints. Applying it after a workout, applying it with some Epsom salt for a relaxing, soaking bath. It's a great invigorating massage oil as well.
Mm-hmm.
So this is just one, if it hurts, put some Panaway on
Yeah.
it, right?
Yeah, did it work?
The next one, this is the oil. This was my first love. My first love of essential oils was Valor. When we got started with using essential oils a little over 5 years ago, it is a blend of blue spruce, camphor, geranium, blue tansy, and frankincense. It is, I call it courage in a bottle.
It's just
right?
a powerhouse. I mean, those oils together in a bottle can hardly get much better, but it really does just really lift you up and give you confidence to get through the day. If you've had a rough day, I mean, who hasn't? Valor just helps you get through the day. Mamas out there, Valor, you need it.
I wear Valor as my cologne. It's one of the oils that I keep in my my stash of oils to use as just daily perfume or cologne. It's very grounding, very calming.
And he says, like, for his cologne and the oils up there, even the geranium that's in there, it kind of keeps it where women can also use it as perfume, and people will stop you in your tracks to ask you, what perfume or what cologne you're wearing.
I've literally been walking into church before and had someone say, "What is that smell? What are you wearing?" Wanting to know what I had on, and it was Valor. So frankincense, this, the baby Jesus oil.
This is my favorite in the starter kit.
If we had to pick one essential oil out of all of them, this would be the one that we picked. Frankincense has some amazing health benefits. You can apply it topically to support focus and healthy cognition and brain function.
It really brings a lot of oxygen into the brain. And when we smell oils, when we diffuse them, when we use them aromatically, go straight into the limbic system of the brain, which just really controls like our memories and focus and function and just thought. And it can help calm us down or lift us up depending on the oil. And it's just an amazing way that the oils work. And frankincense is fabulous at that. So diffusing it, using it during prayer time, just, and it literally, the first time I opened the bottle, I thought, well, this is what Jesus smelled like.
Yeah.
And I love it.
Frankincense comes from the resin of a tree, and it is very grounding. So during times of meditation and prayer, this is a great one to use. I would encourage you to Google frankincense and DNA repair. It has some amazing benefits and actions on DNA and helping to repair DNA and what all that means.
And in saying that, frankincense is also perfect for skin, for healthy skin, healthy glowing skin. Pairing that with some lavender, and you have the perfect skincare regimen right there.
It's part of what I use as my aftershave. After I shave, I apply a concoction that has some frankincense in it, right? So that leads us to Digest. This
never
is,
leave home without it.
Right. This is a must-have essential oil. It's probably not one that you're going to use every day unless you've got some digestive stuff going on, and you may use it every day in the beginning. But it's one that when you need it, you want to have it, right?
So it says it supports healthy elimination. So if you need that, that's perfect. If you need that elimination to slow down, it's also perfect. The oils are wonderful in how they work. They're just adaptogenic. They know what your body needs, and they just follow the signals that your body is given. And God made plants. Oils come from plants. So God knew what he was doing by making these plants, and then we get them in oil form, and they work perfectly with our bodies.
Right. So this is a blend of ginger, fennel, peppermint, patchouli, juniper, lemongrass, tarragon, and anise. however you say that, right?
So you may recognize many of those being for digestive purposes, herbs that you would use to help calm
Right.
a stomach that needs calming, or a digestive system that needs some support. So
yeah, this again, don't leave home without that, guys. Stress away. If you have kids,
stress away.
the next this stress away and the next one that we're about to talk about, you must have. This is a blend of copaiba, lime, cedarwood, vanilla, acacia, and lavender.
I mean, it's like the beach in a bottle.
Yeah, it really
That's
is.
how
It really is.
a vacation in a bottle, the beach in a bottle. Women, we just wear this as perfume because we need it all the time. But it just helps put you in a good mood, stress-free mood. So when you got to get through the day and there's people stressing you out,
when that coworker has pushed you to the edge, or that 7-year-old that we talked about earlier has pushed you over the edge, this is one that you want to go to help calm yourself. Now, the next
great
oil
for kids too, so when they need to calm down.
But the next oil, right, peace and calming,
even better.
is even better to apply to that little one. This is the essential oil that started it all for Paige and I. Real quick story: our now 7-year-old was maybe about 18 months old. And she was absolutely pitching a fit. I mean, back arched, screaming at the top of her lungs. And a friend of ours runs over, rubs a little bit of this on the bottom of her feet. We didn't know what it was. Paige was like,
what did you just put on my child?
If looks could kill, she would have put 1,000 daggers through her.
Even before Young Living, and knowing just in my own research, as we said, a passion was to help others, stop using things that were toxic to their health, just, with cleaning and everything. And I had gotten really particular on what, we used in our home, what we put on our skin, and especially our new baby girl's skin. And I was like, who are you? And what did you just put on her feet?
But literally within about 10 seconds, she went from back arch, screaming at the top of her lungs, to and just let out a deep breath, calmed, laid her head down on Paige's shoulder, and we looked at each other and we're like,
what was that?
Oh my gosh. And so we were ready to buy a gallon of this. Like, what? Just give us a gallon of it, right? So it is a blend of tangerine, orange, ylang-ylang, patchouli, and blue tansy. It smells amazing.
Fabulous. And we love diffusing this at night for just peaceful sleep, and just calming down, just helping, and even for mamas and dads, like just helping your brain calm down and turn off and not think of everything you got to do the next day, or just when you just can't relax.
Kids that are overactive, I can't tell you how many patients come back in, how many moms come back in and say, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. I used this oil and they sat there and did their homework, for 30 minutes or whatever. It's like they were a different child. This is a perfect oil to use to help just calm them, and peace and calming, right? Like it is and what adults, it says it is.
Just the same, when you need to calm down, if you get anxious, like this is your best friend in a bottle.
So those are the 12 oils that come in the kit. Also in the Premium Starter Kit, we talked about our little 2-ounce sachets of Ningxia Red. And Ningxia Red is, it's a superfood, all right? I mean, there's really no other way to say it. It is a powerful antioxidant. If you were to try to get the same antioxidant equivalent from foods, you'd have to eat 200 oranges or 1,628 blueberries or 44 carrots, 20 pounds of spinach, 118 broccoli florets, right? 146 strawberries. I love strawberries. I love apples, but I'm not going to sit down and eat 146 or 186 of those respectively, right? So it's a superfood. Think of this as 2 ounces of all of those things there. It's amazing. If we were stranded on a desert island and there was only one thing that you could have, this would be what you want to
literally
sustain you.
supporting every system of the body.
Right.
And it's great for kids. It's like our kids call it their well juice.
Well
Their
juice, yeah.
wellness drink, well juice. Because we drink it daily, but if we need to, pump up, boost up a little bit, we drink more, and so it just makes them feel better.
Yeah. So this,
and they love it. I mean, they see it as a treat.
again, we talked about earlier, if there was one product for your home that we would recommend everyone replace and everyone use from Young Living, it would be the Thieves Cleaner, which we're going to talk about in a moment. But if there's one product for your health that you take or use daily, that we would recommend everyone use and take, it's this product right here, Ningxia Red. So about Thieves, the Thieves line, because there's a whole line of Thieves Cleaner products. We have the Thieves Household Cleaner, the toothpaste, the laundry soap, the dish soap, the fruit and veggie cleaner, the hand soaps, like
hand purifier. And Thieves is just all the power of the oil that we talked about is in these cleaners, these soaps. And this as we talked about at the beginning, in your bathroom, in your kitchen, your personal care items, this is where all of the harmful toxins are. And when we remove those, think of how much you are alleviating your body of having to deal with all those toxins when you replace them with things that are actually supportive to your body and not harming your thyroid, not, literally tearing apart your endocrine system.
These products that we talk about, that we say you need to remove because they're toxic and they're harmful, it's because they create inflammation within the body, right? And inflammation in small amounts is good, right? Like if you have a brush fire in your backyard to burn off some brush, as long as it's controlled, that's a good thing. Inflammation is the same way. In small amounts and controlled amounts, it's a good thing. But if that brush fire gets out of hand and now you start a forest fire and it's out of control and it's burning uncontrollably, like that's a bad thing, right? Inflammation the same way in our body, when it gets out of control because we're using these products that are toxic and inflammatory and creating just a systemic environment of inflammation within the body, then our body can't heal and regulate the way that it's designed to. And that's where a lot of the diseases and the symptoms that we see in our practice every day are just systemic inflammatory issues that if we get that inflammation under control, people's lives are drastically different and improved. And so that's why we say, look, you've got to get rid of these products that are causing that systemic inflammation and have your body literally raging like a wildfire, right? We've got to suppress that, get it put out so that your body can do what it's supposed to and heal and regulate the way that it's designed to. And again, if there's two products from Young Living that we recommend every home have, it's the Thieves Household Cleaner. Remove those toxic chemicals that you're using. Get a nice, harmless product. Like we let our kids use the Thieves Cleaner to help clean up the house.
I mean, who doesn't want to do that? I mean, you're literally not having to send them out of the room. When you clean, you can let them do it. It's safe around pets. And I mean, when your kids are walking around and their skin is more permeable than yours even, they're absorbing more chemicals in their body than you are. So knowing that you have a safe product for them to be around is even more peace of mind.
Right. And so, here's the thing. Wellness is not a fad. It's not a one-day thing. Here today, gone tomorrow, right? It really is a lifestyle. It is a way of life. The things that we teach our community and our tribe and our patients is how to get healthy and stay healthy so that we're living a fulfilled life full of health and vitality, right? And these essential oils are, and these products from Young Living, they're tools in our tool chest, in our tool kit that we use to get healthy and stay healthy on a daily basis.
And we only mentioned just a small few uses of each of these tonight. There are literally hundreds of uses for each of these oils. And so you can just imagine like what a tool belt you have in your home to literally take care of most anything, which is awesome.
You know, if you're a carpenter and all you have is a hammer and a saw, like you can get some things done, but you're probably not building a house, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the carpenter that has a shop full of tools is going to build the best, most beautiful, most intricate house, right? So having these tools in your tool chest helps you to live the most fulfilled life, right?
Mm-hmm.
The healthiest, most fulfilled life. So what all comes in the premium starter kit? We talked about it earlier, but we'll just kind of reiterate, mention it again. It's the 12 essential oils that we just talked about: Digest, Thieves, Lemon, Peppermint, Citrus Fresh, Peace and Common, Frankincense, Lavender, Raven, Panaway, Stress Away, and Valor, just to recap. You also, it also comes with a diffuser. The premium starter kit comes with your choice of a dewdrop diffuser on the left or the desert mist diffuser on your right. There is options to upgrade to different diffusers that do and have some more options to them. It also comes with a 2 samples of the Ningxia Red, as well as a hand sanitizer, Thieves hand sanitizer, and a sample of the Thieves cleaner spray.
For now, until they get the Thieves packet.
Yeah. You also get a product guide and a essential oils magazine, just talking about Gary Young, the founder of Young Living, kind of the godfather, grandfather of essential oils, and how all of this kind of got started.
And also, one of the biggest benefits of becoming a member of Young Living, and better yet, a member of our Young Living family, you get Facebook group support. We do many online classes, mentoring, and so much more with that. And many people find that, you know, once they've gotten their kit and they're in our oily family and the resources and education that's provided, they're like, oh my goodness, this is even more valuable than the oils themselves. Just having a community around you to lift you up when you need it, to support you in health and wellness changes that you're trying to do for your family, and just when you need to get through the day, like just having some, encouragement. That's what we're all about.
We talked about how these are tools in your toolbox, and the thing is, you can have all the tools in Home Depot, right? But if you don't know how to use that tool, it doesn't do you any good. And so that goes back to what we mentioned earlier about, our mission is to educate, equip, and empower, and it starts with education. We want to educate you on how to get healthy, how to stay healthy, how to use these essential oils to promote health. And then we give you the tools, which are the essential oils, as well as some of the other products that's equipping you to be able to get healthy and stay healthy. And then empower you to go out and live a life of health and vitality and be empowered to take control of your health. So that's the premium starter kit in a nutshell. If you were to purchase all of those products individually, it's over a $400 value. Today, you can get this kit with all of this bundled together for $165.
It's a steal, y'all. So definitely reach out to us or the person who invited you to watch this recording, and let them know you want to get started, because you just don't waste another day of not living at your best.
Right. There's a quote from Lord Tyrion of Games of Thrones that I love. He says, sooner is better than later, but the Oh man, I just started saying it and now I messed it up. But basically the gist of it was sooner is better than later, and now is better than all. I forget exactly how he says it, but the best time to get started is now.
Yeah, don't wait, because I mean your health depends on it, and the more days you wait for, if well, I'll think about it, or I'll do some more research. I mean, I understand research. I had to do that too. I understand. But take that leap. You're doing something great for your health. You have a community of people to help you walk through it. So don't let it sit on a shelf and, because it's not going to do anything for you sitting on a shelf. So we would love to help you get started. It's our passion, as we said, to help you live a life of wellness, purpose, and abundance.
Here's my guarantee to you. If you purchase a premium starter kit and you give us 90 days and you do what we tell you to do in using the products that come in that premium starter kit, if you do not see results at the end of those 90 days, I personally will give you your money back. All right. But I'm that certain that you will see results. So how do you get started? You can contact Paige and I directly through Health is Hope. That is our group, our organization, our Facebook page. This is also the link to our personal sign-up page. So if you want to get started now, just follow this link to go to get started and sign up for your premium starter kit. Or if someone else invited you to watch this video, make sure you get with them and they will tell you how to get started. One last thing that we wanted to mention, because when you do enroll and you do get signed up, you're going to see something that says start with Essential Rewards.
And right off the bat, when you get your starter kit, you can literally get right on Essential Rewards. And so it literally is reward points that you can get each month when you place at least a 50 PV order. PV just stands for product value. So it's usually like dollar for dollar. So if something was $50, then that's 50 points, that 50 PVs that you've gotten for that month. You can cancel Essential Rewards at any time, but when you enroll with Essential Rewards that first month, when you get your starter kit, you automatically have 10 points. The first through the third month, you get 10% back on your order. Months 4 through 24, 20% back, and then after 25 months, you get 25% back on your Essential Rewards order. So like, I don't, Target, Walmart, nothing like that gives me 25% back on what I buy from them.
Nope. On top of that, there are loyalty gifts. So the longer you stay on Essential Rewards, the more Young Living rewards you. So you get a freebie, a gift at months 3, 6, 9, and 12. And those are only available on the Essential Rewards program. And Paige mentioned you get 10% back when you enroll, but you also get a free oil or a free gift for enrolling on Essential Rewards.
And this month, you actually, when you enroll on Essential Rewards, the very first order you place for your starter kit, you get 10 points. So that's 20 points that you'll get for your first order. 10 points for just getting the starter kit on Essential Rewards, and then 10 more points this month. Each month, Young Living has a different promotion, so different freebies, and often they are encompassed around whatever the season is of the year. And this is just, living life of vitality with these oils, some relaxation and sleep and renewal with these oils. So when you place that first order, get the 10 points at 100 PV. That's just getting your starter kit and enrolling on Essential Rewards. You're going to get those 10 extra points. So you'll literally have 20 points that you can come back and cash in at any time.
Right off the bat. Yeah.
Right off the bat. That's an awesome deal.
Yeah. At 190, you get not only the 10 Essential Rewards points, but you're also going to get a free 5 ml of vetiver and a free 5 ml of clary sage.
And vetiver is amazing at just, again, kind of calming and grounding, but also great at concentration and focus. And it's a great oil for skin even. And it smells very earthy, if you're wondering what that smells like.
Yes.
Clary sage smells really good. It can help with hormones, but it's very important to know what your hormone levels are when using this oil. So always reach out to us about that one. At the 250 PV mark, tangerine, lemon, the vetiver, the clary sage, and again, the essential rewards points, tangerine and lemon. We talked about lemon. Tangerine is just like, it's so good. It's so refreshing. I love tangerine in the bottle. I love pairing tangerine, diffusing it with most anything. It usually just really complements most any other oil and just really brings out the goodness. So it's so refreshing.
Great smell, like great aroma when you pair it with other essential oils. At the 300 PV level, everything that we just talked about, plus a 5 ml of Dreamcatcher, and it is amazing.
Love Dreamcatcher.
Right.
So that's another one in our little arsenal that we kind of swap out every night to diffuse. Dreamcatcher for literally, you know, if you don't sleep well, if you're having nightmares, kids not sleeping well, Dreamcatcher is amazing.
Restlessness, yeah.
And
then also you get a 4-pack of lavender calming bath bombs. These are amazing in a bath. Good. Just drop them in. You get that lavender calming effect for just soothing, relaxing bath there.
And then all the other goodies that we talked about.
This month, Young Living is offering a 400 PV promotion, and the essential oil that you get at the 400 PV mark, and the reason it's in here is because it is very good for supporting the respiratory system, but it is also an essential oil that every man needs
some goldenrod.
And if you're curious as to why I say that, just look at the name goldenrod. Okay, so it helps support the male endocrine system and
again, it helps with the respiratory system.
Male function, but it also helps with the respiratory system, right?
But no,
circulatory
really, it's a
system.
Fabulous oil, and all of these oils are so versatile. So perfect for everyone, no matter who you are and what's going on with you. So ta-da.
It's really a no-brainer. Get your kit. Get started at a bare minimum. Get a premium starter kit. Get started on Essential Reward, because this month you're going to get 20 Essential Reward points right off the bat.
That's so awesome.
Even if you choose later not to continue on Essential Rewards, you have those 20 Essential Rewards points to cash cash them in before you cancel your Essential Rewards.
On Essential
and that's
Rewards,
a free oil or a free product.
Our Essential Rewards are just like what we would normally buy at the store, like our cleaner, our toothpaste, our shampoo. We may, do a few oils a month, over the period of time. But it's replacement buying. It's things that you would normally buy anyway that most people put in their Essential Rewards, like the Ningxia. It's just a great antioxidant drink. And then, like I said, a lot of the Thieves line, just replacing things you would normally buy at the store and getting points back for it. I mean, it's just a no-brainer. Everybody's doing it.
We keep, on a monthly basis, we probably keep 150 to 200 PV worth of products that we would typically be buying from Target or Walmart or other places because they're again household products that we use every single month. Things like toothpaste and deodorant, dishwashing detergent,
and
laundry
Young
detergent.
Living has Savvy Minerals makeup line that's fabulous, and you can get that with Essential Rewards.
Yeah, so it's pretty easy to do that 50 PV monthly rewards order just in products that you use and that you would be purchasing elsewhere, right? So hope you've enjoyed this tonight. Hope you've learned something. At the bare minimum, whether you choose to get started with a premium starter kit or not, I hope that the information has been educational and that we have shown you a way that you can improve your health and your life through the Young Living products that we've shared with you tonight.
Yes, thank you.
All right, I hope you have a great night. If you have questions, contact the person that shared this with you.